Welcome to Creatively Montessori. Today I'm going to show you a lesson on bead stringing. This is simply a shoelace that I think it was actually broken, that I cut the end off and then I double knotted it. It is important that it have a very, I'm sure there's a name for this part of the shoelace. I don't know what it is, but you can have this. This, because the beads are small, I would only have in my early childhood or lower elementary classroom. You can do bead stringing work with toddlers, but there are some variations to it, and you can check out my playlists to see the toddler material, because you do toddler bead stringing a bit differently than you do this. These are white hearts and white pony beads. And so when I present the lesson to the child, I do not speak. I introduce the lesson to them. I walk over to the shelf and I say, this is bead stringing. I walk over, I take it over to a table, I put it down, I sit down, and then this is the presentation I would do. My friend, when you do this work, you can put on as many beads as you would like. So I only did a few beads. You don't have to do all of the beads. Even if you put all the beads on here, they wouldn't fit on this long shoelace. Says these cute little ladybugs on it. But what you put on initially is up to you, but you wouldn't explain it to the child. So if, for example, I did a heart, a bead, a heart, a bead, I wouldn't then say, oh, friends, I'm making a pattern. Right? Because one of the things about Montessori and the variety of work we have in the classroom is that we want children to discover things for themselves. So I could have put all the heart pony beads on. I could have put all of the pony bead, hearts or pony beads, or a combination, or I might have just randomly grabbed one and put it on. I am a little bit too orderly to do that, but and so when the child does it, let's say a child puts material on and they do this, where it's 2 hearts, a pony bead, 2 hearts, like that would be very intentional. And again, I'm guessing that would not typically be your very young 3-year-old. But if a child did that and I saw them doing that with the material, I would walk over and I would say, tell me about what you're doing. And they might say, I'm making a pattern. Tell me about your pattern. And they would say, it's an AAB pattern. We do a lot of patterning in my classroom. The children really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. We do patterning with our calendar work. And so they do, because we do so much patterning on a regular basis, they do then see patterns in things, they recognize them and identify them, and then create them in the work and in the material, even when it isn't something I've suggested. But of course I've set it up that way, right? If I only had pony beads in here that were white, they couldn't do a pattern. And so you could say, oh, well, Ingrid, what if you have red, pink, and white pony beads, or red, pink, and white heart beads? Great, you could have all of those in there. Again, those are the things that as a Montessori guide, a Montessori directress, whether you're in a childcare setting, a commercial setting, an at-home setting, doing this with one child, doing it with 20 children, those are all choices you get to make. If I put this on the shelf and nobody touched it, it wasn't of any interest to the children, that is for me to observe and say, okay, why is this not interesting to the children? Is it too hard? Is it much too easy? Is it not appealing enough visually that they want to take it out? So I might change the beads. I might change the string. I might actually, during work time, get it out and sit at a table and do it myself, and see if then that piques the children's interest to say, oh, she was doing that. Let me get that out after she's done with it. So this was bead stringing. It is a practical life activity that works on fine motor skills. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I will see you tomorrow for our next lesson.